To quote the philosopher Nate Bargatze, thank you in advance for your patience tonight, for I am from the 1900s. And I have a few reflections to share with these graduates tonight. Break a leg. Are you familiar with this term?
Oh, yeah.
An idiom born of bending your knee, a bow or curtsy, before a thundering audience after a successful performance. Or perhaps just a strange theatrical tradition to wish bad luck so that good luck will ensue. I've only used this term a few times in my life, once quite memorably about 17 years ago. Allow me to set the scene. Backstage left, opening night. I am the stage manager, counting down to call places into my headset. With one arm, I'm holding back the anxious ensemble gathered in the green room. Brian Fetterman's old classroom before the place was remodeled. Excitement crackled in the air, like the starting gate at the Kentucky Derby. Smelled like teen spirit. I spot the lead actress huddled tight against the black stage wall. Ready to go on? I asked with a tone of concern. She stared at me open-eyed, shaking, and wrapped her arms around me. I don't know if I can do this. My stomach hurts, she sniffed. All week she had been battling a sinus infection. I held her by the shoulders, smiled, and said, "You've put in all the hard work. You have a cast and crew to support you, an audience ready to celebrate. That feeling in your stomach is totally normal and eventually goes away. Let tonight happen however it happens. Break a leg."
Oh.
She took in a great breath, rose up tall, and strode away into the darkness toward her mark. 2 pieces of yellow tape forming a faint cross on the dull black cement stage floor. As a semi-professional stage manager, I felt pride in my encouraging advice. As a full-time parent, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. That actress was 12-year-old Annalise Robinson, my daughter. That was the opening night of Annie, May 2008. Sandy, the dog played by Brody, rest in peace, Brody. Brody did not follow the script that night. Annie, the orphan played by my daughter, had to think on her feet. She came up with an epic ad-lib that brought a shriek of delight from the audience. She held the final way of "Tomorrow is only a day away" for 8 strong measures. She learned important life lessons that night, lessons shared by every student who had stood in the dark silence, downstage center, a flood of ellipticals and follow spots about to blaze, drawing in your hot breath to propel out the first notes of your musical story. Graduates, the reality is that everyday life is hard, unpredictable, and uncertain. At any moment, life can throw us a curveball we didn't see coming. We are all carrying some burden from our past or that we're living through right now. We need to be able to persist, adapt, and move forward. And be kind. Kindness is highly correlated with certain desirable character traits like teamwork, gratitude, leadership, and fairness. Skills students develop while working in the performing arts. Annie and Oliver are testaments to the resilience of the human spirit. Both scripts tackle big issues like social inequality, the mistreatment of the poor, and the corrupting influence of power. Not everyone has the same opportunities in life, and some are destined to suffer. In a world that feels overwhelming, these stories importantly remind us that good can prevail, even in the bleakest circumstances. Annie was an orphan, filled with hope and desire, someone who never lost her sense of right and wrong. always dreaming of tomorrow. She is rescued from her situation by the kindness of others, including Mr. Bundles, Grace Farrell, and finally, the wealthy Daddy Warbucks. Oliver was an orphan, filled with hope and desire, someone who never lost his sense of right and wrong, always dreaming of love. He is rescued from his situation by the kindness of others, including Nancy, Mrs. Bedwin, and finally, the wealthy Mr. Brownlee. Graduates, be resilient in the face of your challenges. Be kind, and kindness will find you. Sing of your dreams at every opportunity. But don't rely on billionaires to lift you out of your situation. What does matter? Graduates, you might be asking yourself that question. What should I do now? What is my purpose in life? Here's a tip. You don't find purpose, you build it. You build purpose atop the anchors in your life. Your family, your values and beliefs, education and experience, friendships and love. Your purpose will evolve over time. Where you find happiness and how you find success, how you define success can change and should grow. Ask yourself these questions every step during your lives. What would I regret never doing? What gave me joy as a kid? What parts of my life could I do without because those things no longer serve me? What stops me from trying something new? So graduates, as you head into the world, break a leg for good luck. The Robinson Scholarship is awarded to 2 graduates, Elise Atha and Nola Fetterman. Next up, Coach Glass.
I'm not Coach